Hi, my name's Jacqui and I'm your host for today's virtual coffee break. I'm a happiness mentor and I help people find their smiles and create new happiness habits. And I'm talking to you today about how happiness is an inside job. We are naturally designed to be happy. It's embedded in our nervous system. It's our conditioning, habits, and stresses of everyday life that challenges our happiness. Think of a young baby laying on its back, being fascinated by and playing with its toes and laughing. They are happy already. They do not need material objects to make them happy. Happiness is a feeling, not an object. Now, there's a mathematical equation that we can use to measure our happiness, and this is how happy you feel is the difference between the event itself and your expectations. When the event falls short of our expectations, we feel unhappy. Let me give you an example. Your friend has invited you to join her on a picnic tomorrow as the weather is set to be glorious. You start to imagine tomorrow and creating expectations. You're going to walk to a beautiful viewpoint, eat a delicious picnic, because she always wows you with her latest bake. You've imagined paddling in the stream, laying down, watching the clouds go by, and maybe even having a cheeky 40 winks. When you picture this scene in your head, you feel happy. Now, fast forward to the day of your picnic. It's raining and your friend has cancelled. Remember the equation from earlier. How happy you feel is the difference between the event itself and your expectations. So you have a choice. Accept the equation, i.e., it's fallen short of our expectations. Everything's gone wrong, bad weather, no walk, no food, and you could start to feel unhappy. Or you could choose to move right into this present moment and create a new expectation instead. You could perhaps push the furniture back and put a picnic rug on the floor, set out whatever's in your fridge, or have chips straight out of the paper and watch a film that has some nice scenery. Or grab a raincoat, whatever's in the fridge, and drive yourself to the viewpoint. You could flop the seats down and pop open the boot for some nice fresh air and enjoy the view, perhaps drawing pictures on the steamed up windows on the way home, creating another memory. Spontaneous, happy memories can be created by reframing your thoughts about a situation and being in the moment. Like I said, it is an inside job. The secret to happiness is to let every situation be what it is, not what you think it should be. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the idea of what you think will make you happy rather than what actually does. So often I hear people say, I'll be happy when I've moved home. I'll be happy when I've toned up my wobbly bits. I'll be happy when my house is tidy and organised. I'll be happy when I've got a bit more money in the bank. We're totally missing the point. The enjoyment is in the process too. It's not just the end result. Often the happiness we feel when we get our wins is very short-lived. The rush of hormones can make us feel great at first, but the thrill doesn't last very long. We are quick to adapt to new circumstances, which means the positive things that initially made us happier soon become our new normal, and we return to our old happiness baseline. Little trick now for you. Our brains can't tell the difference between a real and a fake smile because it's the action of smiling, the physical movement of our facial muscles that sends the signal to the brain to release feel-good hormones. In this instance, fake it till you make it with smiling really works. Try it now. And remember, it's all about your intentions and beliefs. You choose the seeds to sow. If you think you can, you're right. And if you think you can't, you're right. Changing a reaction of, oh, great, that's a complete disaster, to a more positive response of, well, that's not what I planned, but how can I make this work? What can I do now? A bit like the picnic example from earlier. Another thing I like to do with my one-to-one clients is to help them focus on things that make them feel happy using each of their senses. Just jot this little sentence down. I feel happy when, and then think of each of your senses and what pops into your head when you think of that. You can then use this as your go-to list of things that you need to experience more of and pick one as a quick pick-me-up whenever you're feeling like you need a happiness boost. The I feel happy when can be used alongside my happy place meditation, which I'll be very happy to go through with anyone that would like more information. Happiness cannot be bought, consumed, or given to you. It's an inside job. It's a feeling that you have the ability to control. If you'd like to invest more in finding your happiness within, I have a whole heap of happiness habits I'd love to share with you. My contact details are on the links to the recordings and on the screen now for you, and I'll be very pleased to hear from you. Thank you for sharing your cup of coffee with me today. Enjoy the rest of the virtual retreat.